UGG or UGG since 1974? Let's get into it. This is the more popular UGG brand and internationally known, and is the brand that you think of when you think about UGG, more than likely. And this brand was founded by Brian Smith in 1978 in California, and he was an Australian surfer. This is really important, keep up. Then almost 20 years later, Deckers Outdoor Corporation bought UGG from Brian Smith for about $14.6 million. And Deckers also owns some other brands here that you may know of. And now that UGG was owned under a corporation in 1995, Deckers owned the trademark to this word. But this is where the trouble started to happen, because there were still UGG since 1974. And if you think anything like I do, obviously they have the same name, so I thought they were related in some way. But it turns out these two brands actually want nothing to do with one another. And quick backstory on UGG since 1974, it was founded by Arthur Springthorpe and his wife, Faye, in Australia. And this is the key difference between the two. UGG since 1974 really targeted a more home audience in Australia and any tourist who visited Australia. And this is where the fight began, because UGG was more international, and UGG since 1974 was more recognized by the Australian people, because UGG is actually slang in Australian. As you can read, in Australia the term UGG is a generic term for sheepskin boots, which is exactly what these are. So UGG could not trademark the word in New Zealand and Australia because it could not copyright their slang. And this is where the confusion lies, because to the Australian people it's slang, and to Americans and probably people abroad it's a brand. Logos aside, this is probably what a UGG would look like, a sheepskin boot. Anyways, I thought this story was very interesting, and I've seen a lot of controversy on this topic, so I wanted to make my own video. But essentially, you can still shop from UGG and UGG since 1974. If you want authenticity, go with UGG since 1974. But if you want the internationally known UGG, get those UGG. From what I've read, neither of these brands can be labeled the original. I've read that the Blue Mountains UGG boot company made them first. I've read that Frank Mortal made them first. I heard Shane Steedman made them first. So we have got to stop calling UGG since 1974 the original. Just say they're more authentic. Let me know how you guys feel about this video in the comments. And if you're still here, go ahead and follow for more fashion content.